3C. Today I'm going to teach my client how to practice a deep breathing or a self-talk. So this is my client.
Hi, my name is Nur Azramis Rahman. I am 19 years old and I play Taekwondo for sport.
Okay, so for the breathing technique, I'm going to teach you about 4, 7, 8 breathing technique. And for the self-talk, like I can read or just I believe in myself. So now we're going to practice our season. Can you breathe for 4, 7 and 8?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Now breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And breathe in again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out. Okay, now for the self-talk. Can you say anything positive?
I can do it.
Okay, so that are how we practice a deep breathing or a self-talk. So thank you Atira for your compliment. Okay, so I'm going to explain about the deep breathing technique in here. So I apply the 4, 7, 8 breathing technique, which is you need to breathe in for 4, breathe out for 7, and breathe in again for 8. This is a step to make our athlete feel more relaxed and feel free from all distraction. So, lastly, I'm going to talk about the 4, 7, 8 breathing technique and why I do this to my client. The reason is because 4, 7, 8 breathing technique is, I think, the most suitable one for my client because it also known as the relaxing breathing. This technique also can help my client to reduce their anxiety before the game. Also, it also can controlling my client anger, and it also can manage my client to become reduce fatigues. And last but not least, as from 478 breathing technique, my client also can be better in stress management. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Arifah. I am from class SR1133C and this is my client.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Saada. As for sports, I am playing netball.
Okay, so today I'm going to teach my client on how to do self-talk. Before that, let me tell you a brief introduction about self-talk. Self-talk is your inner voice, the voice in your mind. You say the thing that not necessarily to speak out loud. Self-talk can be negative and positive self-talk, but I will focus on positive self-talk. Positive self-talk is the talk that make you feel good, like you compliment yourself. Okay, for example, like a sentence like I can do it or I'm feeling great today. So now we move on to our practice session. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, for the first step, can you close your eyes? Relax your body, then clear your mind. Okay, Sada, can you please say anything positive for your performance on competition today?
Yes, I am doing great on my competition today.
Okay, that's how you do a self-talk. Okay, Sada, thank you for your cooperation. Why this self-talk is so good? This is because it can enhance athlete performance. For example, athlete netballs want to score a goal. They need to imagine and make a self-talk like, I can do it or I can score a goal. This will help them to boost and achieve to their optimal level of self-confidence. After that, it will prevent from getting stressed. Like Saada said just now, she doesn't have any dissatisfaction towards her competition today. Lastly, people who can master self-talk are thought to be motivated, self-confident, and more confident and productive person. That's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Firdaus bin Hassan from class SR113C and this is my client.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Azim bin Azman and I'm 19. I used to play hockey, represent for my school.
Imagery ability defined as an individual capability of forming a vivid image, controllable of image and retaining them for sufficient time to effect the desired imagery rehearsal. The ability to image depends on a person's capability to generate, maintain, as well to rotate image in different imagery tasks. Imagery ability therefore includes creating details of spotting environment, maintaining it for the length of the desired performance, and rotating the viewpoint to see the action occurring from different angles of perspective. Benefits of imagery ability is to build on their strength and help to eliminate their weaknesses. Besides that, it also helps athletes to stay confident, focused, and mentally tough. So, to evaluate imagery, I use Movement Imagery Questionnaire revised by MIQR, Hall and Martin, 1997. Based on that questionnaire, this is my client score and the total score for visual imagery is 47. My client have perfect ability because his score above 28 and total score for kinesthetic imagery is 53. My client also have perfect ability for this because his score above 28.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Azimah binti Slamat from class SR113-3C and this is my client.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Aisyah binti Muhammad Azmi. I am 19 years old and for sport I play for badminton.
Today I want to teach and explain to my client about practice imagery. But first I want to give brief introduction about practice imagery. Imagery and visualization are important mental tools often used by athletes. Visualization is more about having mental image or picture. Imagery is considered as a mental process that can involve all five senses imagery such as see, feel, hear, taste and smell. For this, can you understand?
Yes, I can understand.
In addition, try to make your imagery as realistic as possible by recreating the important detail for sport setting. For example, time practice in badminton court or sport competition venue in your mind. By including the detail like the color of your opponent jersey or the sound of supporter cheering, you will feel like you are really experiencing that performance that you are imagining. Next, I want to teach my client on how to do low badminton serve in practice imagery. First thing first, stand in front of the serve line. But be careful not to step on this white serve line. Next, hold the feather of shuttlecock with the head of shuttlecock facing downward. Third, you must imagine the position of the racket behind the shuttlecock. Next, step slightly forward with your right leg if you are right-handed. Finally, you release the shuttlecock and serve it with your racket toward your opponent's part. That's all the sport-specific skill that you can imagery and your mind. Imagery is not only help athlete to regulate anxiety during competition, but it also help athlete stay focused, confident, and mentally tough. Thank you. That's all for me, and thank you Aisyah to be my client today.
Alright Azimah, you are welcome.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Muhammad Adib Anwar Raiza from SR113-3C and this is my client.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faiz Fatihi bin Madri Syam. I'm 19 years old and I'm playing football for representing for Jantet City.
Given my client the anxiety questionnaire for him to look at how high his anxiety level before the competition. This questionnaire will show what he feels. Then there might be an action phase that will be provided from me to him where he will not keep the anxiety controls him. For example, extra warming up, and a little exercise such as knee to chest jump. Let's look at the questionnaire and his results of anxiety. So this is the questionnaire of what I have talked before. The revised competitive state anxiety inventory 2 by Martens and Russells in 2003. This questionnaire provides 17 statements with no right or wrong answers, so my client can choose his answer based on himself. A number of statements that my client can use to describe his feeling before competitive games. So this is my client's answer for the statement given about his feeling. In somatic anxiety, my client scores 10, which is perfect because the scores is below 14. In cognitive anxiety, he scores 12, which is poor because it is above 10. While in confident components, he scores 14, which is perfect because the scores is above 10.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afiq bin Zainal Abidin. I'm from class SA 113 PC. So today I want to explain about mood level. So this is my client. Please introduce yourself.
My name Ahmad Bashir Ashraf bin Muhammad Sani. So my sport is combat sport, which is the silat olahraga.
Right now, I will ask the client to fill the scale, which is from Brunei Mood Scale, Brahms, Terry and Lane 2003. So this scale is measure negative mood and positive mood. So let's see the athlete fill. Based on Brunel Mood Scale from Brahms, Terry and Lane 2003, the athlete mood level is perfect, which are negative mood. He score 44, which is perfect, below 50, and his positive mood is 70, which is above 10. So this athlete is in a good mood before playing his sport.